So here's the guitar that's come in. Now, I'll put photos up of how it was before, because I started doing this before I filmed. But it was actually attached basically just by the veneer. But when I looked at it, the only way to properly repair this was to take it off completely. Now, excuse my wobbly cameramanship. Now, as you can see here, it has been repaired before. I think, let's see if we can get the light in there. I think you can just see where it's previously repaired, just above. So, this is not a result of a bad repair. This is a new brake, and it is a weakness in the neck. You see where it was repaired? Now, what I did notice is, when that was glued on, it didn't really adhere on that part. Now, this is a common repair, but looking at it, it could have gone a bit further up here. Well, here we are, cleaning the neck. It is very grubby. I don't know if you can see there. I've already done a few frets. I've neglected to film as much as I would like to have done. I'm always forgetting to film. Just tiny bit of water with a tiny bit of washing up liquid, and just give the fretboard a rub. And it comes up lovely. Right, so to get started, first thing I've done, I see I've already given this a clean. Give that a clean. The actual brake, the wood, it's actually quite clean. So first off, I do a dry fit, and if I just plonk it on there, that doesn't seem to fit well because, oh, you can't see. Yeah. Try not to break it, Michael. It needs to actually go here first, because that's how it broke off, like that. And to get it there, that is pretty much it. Now, I've come across a little issue that I'm not sure how to solve as yet. Clamping's quite easy, to a certain extent. I'll put a couple of these clamps on here. So, let's do that. Like that. Got these little clamps. Oh, very well. If we can get the clamp under there. Oh, very well. But besides falling off, that's why you've got to do a dry fit first. So I'm just going to move the cam. Oh yeah, that's okay. For a moment, I thought the headstock was out of shot. Anyway, clamping like that, that's not a problem. You can clamp at the back. There's plenty of wood. Excuse me. You see where the crack is? There's plenty of wood there to clamp on. The problem is, it needs clamping that way to push it right on and get a tight fix. Now I'll push it with my hands and all that. Yes, that goes lovely. But I haven't got a clamp long enough to do it. This is the longest clamp I've got, and it won't fit. It's too short. So what am I going to do? Well, first off, I'm going to put that clamp down. In fact, I'm going to put it away. The only problem is getting the pressure that way. I have an idea. I have a solution. What I've done, I've fastened, if I point the camera in the right direction, I've fastened the block down there, it's nice and sturdy. I've fastened one up here, and then just to protect it, I put that on, and basically I screw these in and it pushes that neck that way. Well, only one clamp at the minute. This is just proof of concept. Kicks him down, and looking at it, it's just about closed up those gaps. Still a bit of fettling. I do need to, because this fastened this full up yet. It'll take quite a bit. But that's it. So once it's got the glue in, I said for this bit here, which you can't see now because it's under there, I'm going to put I'm going to clean it off. I'm going to put a bit of epoxy on there because I think that'll hold better for that end grain. It's not, get it in view, yeah, because that wasn't even connecting. There was glue on there, but there's no glue in the other bits. I don't think they were connecting properly. But if I loosen this, you'll see it all. See how it drops there? So I don't need that too tight. I just need it tight enough that stay still, and I can screw these up. I've got to be careful because that's lifting a bit there. And see that little gap there? Well, that's pretty close, but I can get that closed. Which I think it is closing up a bit. So it's going to be just very gentle. So I don't want the glue drying up too quick. Here we go, sorry, I can't actually see it from here. Yeah, you can see that there. I mean, it's going to be a break there. I can't see underneath because it's clamped down. But I can feel under there. Yeah, it feels alright. I think that's going to be alright, that. I may. If I tighten that right up, that's going to do it. Yeah, I think that'll do it. It's just going to be slow fettling, so that'll get that fixed. And I'll leave it clamped for, a lot of glue say 4 hours. I clamp them for like 24 hours at least when I'm gluing stuff up. Keep yourself 24 hours and then you know it's cured and it should stay. And if that breaks again, I'll put money on that it doesn't break any of these glue lines. So here we are. I've just mixed up a little bit of epoxy. I'm just going to put a tiny drop on there. A bit more. I'm not worried about leaking out there because it's going to have a bit of a sand down a varnish anyway. So I'll put a bit on there, only on the end grain, that's all it needs. And so there was a slight gap, so I may end up putting some in after it's glued. Right, get me a great bottle. And this, be honest, slather it on. I'll put it all the way in there. And I'll do the same on this bit. And so I'm not really worried about, well, squeeze out you can wipe off a bit anyway, but I mean the epoxy, if that's squeezed out a bit, I'll wipe a bit off, but I'm not sanding that, I reckon. There we go. Now yes, I know you might be concerned about the getting into truss rod, but actually upside down shouldn't do that anyway. Right, so let's just give it all a bit of a, give it a poke. Give her a poke. Oh, suit you, sir. Yeah, I know I'm making a mess of this. I know I'm making pig's ear of it. Because that's what I do. The ear of the pig is what I make. Disclaimer, no, I'm not a professional. Well, luthiers out there, real luthiers, you know, just fix things. Now, I don't know if you can see it, that bottle's right in the way, I bet that's blocked the view. I don't know if you can see it, I shall bring you around. as I've been tightening up, it's been squeezing out like a little bit more. I'm just doing it gently, and then when I feel it's just right, nearly there actually, I'll nip these up a bit more. These just down there, just holding it enough so that will move that way. Okay, then put you back, same or similar position. I'd say, yeah, let me show these. So basically, yeah, I got these because originally it was just those two, but you can see how it's off kilter, so I put another one to support it under there. And yeah, I think this one's mainly one putting the pressure in actually. Right. Well, I'm doing it with bare fingers. Right, so let's bring this around here. It's just a quick overall look. It was a lot simpler than I was expecting, because originally, you'll see by the photos at the start, the veneer was intact. I think that may be part of the problem. Actually, no, I don't think it was part of the problem before. Anyway, the veneer was still intact, so I thought I was going to have to get a syringe and needle and inject it right in. I thought, well, probably the best way I'll do it is to finish the brake. Yeah, it ruined the veneer, but it's a stronger bond. And customer said, yeah, fine, that's absolutely fine. You know, I'd rather not have broken the veneer, but let's say getting glue right into that gap, it'd have left a weak spot. You know, because it wouldn't have got right in. Anyway, there we go. So for me, it's going to be 24 hours. For you, it's going to be now. Right, here we are. The poly has dried now. I mean, it's still no good whiff. You can still smell it because it does take a long time to fully cure, but it's drying hard enough. I mean, to give it a little rub with some 1000 grit, which I've already done a bit, and I can actually see where, I think that's where the some previous lacquer's rubbed off. That's all. Just give it a fairly light actually, especially around where the hand's going to go when you're playing it there like that. That's it. Especially there, you want it to feel comfortable for the player. So it's not so essential up here, but we might as well do this bit as well. So start off with 1000, let it dry. I mean, I say you're never gonna completely hide any repair. And yeah, I don't necessarily want to. Let's see if we've got like before the how the Japanese fix their pottery. Right, so then I'll give it a rub with some 2000 grit. And what I'm doing, I'm also rubbing a little further than where I varnish, so just try and blend it in with the original varnish. Just give that a little wipe. I've got to do this bit. Right, so these away. And then last one, some 2,500 out of 2. Let's just let it dry a minute. See how it looks. Because once it's dry, I'll know. I think. So I've got some rubbing compound. It's actually designed for cars. So you see how it's gone a bit dull, that's because it's sanded a bit. So what I'm going to do now is 2,500 grit and drop of water. So this water's got a tiny bit of washing up liquid in, which just helps, well, it helps the lubrication, but also can help prevent any grit that comes off your paper. Help it stop it clumping up and turn into big clumps which cause big scratches. Again, I'm just doing this lightly. Let's go a bit. See, I've just heard a little squeak. You may have heard it. Not that squeak, but there's a little squeak. Yeah, there's something's bunched up a bit there. Right, I think that'll do is give it a, might get all the grit off. And then I'm going to turn it upside down, do the same here. You can see, I don't know what you can see that, but you can see, obviously you can see the crack, but see around it the polyurethane. So again, I'll start with a 1,000 grit. Mainly because I know it will take a bit longer. I don't mind that. But I'd rather it take a bit longer than use a harsher grit that's going to make a mess of it really quickly. Like I say, it doesn't matter so much if there's a bit of, if you see a bit of black of them, it's a great big crack. So actually, I'm going to get 600 on that. Actually, I'm going to start with 800. Scissors. And then I think I need to go a bit higher. It's always best to start with a finer grit, because if it's not abrasive enough, you can always go to more abrasive grit. If you start with abrasive grit and it's too abrasive, well, that's it. You just made great big holes in it, haven't you? Great big scratches. So I'm just doing. I'm not doing the edge. I'll help it blend a little bit. So this will take a little longer. If I went 600 grit, it'd be a lot quicker, but I can make a mess of it all. I'm not going to make a mess of it. As that is. Yeah, it's looking alright. So, let's say 100 was 1,000. That's 1,000, isn't it? Yeah. I'll give it a. I mean, yeah, see what it's done with. So I'm going to get compound out. Again, bit of acoustic foam. I'm going to just give it spray, that spray. Oh, what's this? Yeah, I don't want a bit of wood in there. Oh dear. Let's dab it all on up. Dab it all on. There's a lot, plenty of it. And oh, that's dried up a bit. That right. Let's give it a good old rub. So especially where the hand goes, because that's comfort more than anything else. If I was going to do it properly, I'd have stripped all this down. I mean, I don't know if you can see it on camera here. You can see it's all faded parts on. Done that again. Look, I've done it again. Did that before, didn't I? I put the glue right in front of the camera. Anyway, I don't know if you can see in that light from that angle, but like round here it's really faded. Yeah, it's faded up top there. I think it's a bit more obvious here. You can see all that fading there. That's years of playing, probably been exposed to the sun at points, you know, been played outdoors, or if it's been on a stand in the living room near a window. I think that is okay. I think this is ready. I'm just gonna see how this is. I think, yeah, I'm gonna give this a quick going over. And what I'll do is take this home and do it. I'll still film it, but I'm in the comfort of my own home. So here we go. That is all finished and glued up. I mean, yes, you can see the mark there, but that is nice and solid there. You have nice and solid at the back there. So now I'm going to go home, oil the fretboard. I'm going to make a cup of tea while it soaks in, and then I'm going to put everything back together and set it up, and fingers crossed it will stay stable. I think it will. In a bizzle. So I'm very happy with that. I'm not going to adjust the truss rod unless, let's check the intonation. So So 12th fret harmonic, bang on E3. Open is bang on E3. Sorry, open is E2, not E3. E2. Harmonic is E3, and 12th fret is bang on E3. So to check it with the others, open A is A2, 12th fret is A3. Sorry, 12th fret harmonic is A3, and 12th fret is, oh, it's a little high. So here we are, finished. Like and subscribe.